Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome to my channel. I have a Dollar Tree craft for you today. We're going to be making a coffee sign, one that says grind, brew, and enjoy. The tools that you're going to be needing are your glue gun and glue stick, a good pair of scissors, a pencil, and a ruler. And if you want some paper edgers or pinking shears in whatever style you like. A glue stick. This is Avery. I did purchase this from the Dollar Tree. And some of the natural jute cord. The materials that you're going to need are your choice of ribbon. I'm not sure if I want to use the burlap with the lace or the plain burlap, so I grabbed both. You're going to need 3 of these signs. They can say whatever. What you're looking for is that the frames all match. And these are currently in the stores right now. You're going to need 1 of the poster stickers. This is the 56 characters black lettering. And you're going to need 1 of these paper pads from Michaels. I purchased this when it was on sale, so it was only $4.99 for the whole book. This is the Craft Smart paper pad, and the name is Brewtiful Day, and I will include the SKU number for this book in the description box. Now, out of this book, I'm going to be using these 2 patterns. I thought this was really pretty. It's very bright and colorful. And then to complement it, I chose this one. It has a green background and small little coffee cups on there. Okay, so out of this book, these are the 2 pages that we're going to be using. And each of these, there are 2 pages each, and we'll be using the 4 pages. Now, if you do not have access to get to Michael's, Hobby Lobby also offers decorative paper for $4 for $1. That doesn't work. You can always use the wrapping paper or paper bags from Dollar Tree. I picked this specifically because it is Brewtiful and it has everything to do with coffee on it. But it is your choice. And if you have a paper cutter, that would be great. I'm going to be using mine, but it's not necessary. If you don't have a paper cutter, you can do it with a ruler and scissors. Okay, let's go ahead and get cleaned up and we'll get started. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go ahead and open up your letters. Now this is 2-sided. So you want to go ahead and open it up like this. Okay? And then go through and cut out all of the letters that you need to spell grind, brew, and enjoy. And you can get all of those letters off of one of these. Then you're going to want to go ahead and take apart one of the picture frames. Okay, go ahead and keep whatever prints that you have. You can always use these in some other project. Go ahead and set the glass and your frame aside. And then we're going to be using this as our template, so we know how big to cut our paper. Okay, now if you're not going to use a paper cutter, just go ahead and place the backing on the back of your paper. Go ahead and trace it out, and then go ahead and cut it out. Okay? But I'm going to use my paper cutter just because it's easier and I know I can get a nice clean line. So I'm just going to measure. Okay, 7 inches by 11. Just make sure you have it nice and lined up when you cut. Now you're going to want to keep both pieces because you're going to be using both pieces. So when you're done cutting, you should have one strip that is 12 inches long by 1 inch. And then you'll have the backing, which is 7 inches by 11. And then the piece you have left over is 5 inches by 11. You want to do that to all 4 pieces of your paper. Now that you have all your pieces cut, you want to take the smaller of the bigger pieces, and then you're going to take an additional inch off of the end. So you'll end up with 10 inches by 5 inches. Now this is optional. You can go ahead and take some pinking shears or paper edgers and go ahead and do the edge here. And just take off as little as possible, just enough to give you the edge. You might want to practice a little bit with the pinking shears on regular paper first before you go on to your decorative paper because it does cut a little differently than your standard pair of scissors. As you cut, you have to realign it. And it can take a little bit of practice to get that down. Now I get a little tip edge there that I just trim off and keep it rounded. And then you get a nice little decorative edge. So this is how we're going to be laying them out inside the frames. Each individual one will be in a separate frame, and then we're going to spell our wording across. I think it's going to look very cute when it all comes together. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to attach this to the background. And you want to make sure that you're able to get that in the middle. I am just going to eye it the best that I can. I'm going to use the glue stick. This stuff works really well. It's easy to apply. You don't get a lot on there, and it bonds very well. So just go over the whole back and put some glue on. This works very well with paper crafts. Make sure to get all of those edges. It even smells good. And then do your best to get it placed in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other two, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have all my backings glued down. Now we're going to go ahead and add the words. I've gone ahead and laid them out. And you're going to need a ruler for this. That's how I'm going to try to get everything nice and even. So go ahead and lay your ruler down. And you want to measure from one end to the other so that you can find the center, because that's how we're going to start. We're going to place the first one, our center one, and then build on either side. That way we make sure that we get everything nice and even and as straight as possible. And the ruler is going to be the base that we lay our letters on. Okay, so I've gone ahead, I've laid it down to the base, to the bottom of the cut piece here. And my width of my ruler worked out perfectly for where I wanted to place it in there. So we're going to start in the middle. And you know how wide it is, so you find your middle. And you use the ruler to help place the letters. I just put it right on the base. so that it's nice and even, and lay that down. And then build on either side. Get the little bottom down first, and then go ahead and go over each letter. Make sure that it's fully attached. And I'll go ahead and build the other way. Now, if you like crafts, hauls, and DIYs, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do upload new content several times a week. It does take a little bit of patience to do this, and it's okay if it's not absolutely perfect. It just shows that it's a handmade project. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with the rest of them and get them into the frames, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think it looks really nice. We have our grind, brew, and enjoy. Okay, now how I'm going to attach them all together is with the ribbon. I've decided to go with just the plain burlap ribbon. I only want these to be just about an inch apart, but that's up to you if you want them further apart. So that's why I'm going with the plain, because I figured that small little amount wasn't worth using the lace ribbon. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 pieces to hang these from. So I'm just using them as I lay them out here to see how long I need. Because I'm going to do it on both sides here and here in the back. Okay? So go ahead and measure out your ribbon and cut 2 pieces that are the same length. And it's however long. If you want these to be further apart, then just lay them out, measure them, and then cut your ribbon. If you don't want to use the ribbon, you can hang these individually. Just go ahead and put some jute twine on the back, and you can hang each one individually above each other. It's up to you how you want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and use the ribbon. And I'm going to start on the top here. Now, so that I can change this in the future, when I glue, I'm going to only glue it to the cardboard and not to the frame, okay? So when I lay it down, the glue will only be where the cardboard is. That way, if I want to take off the back and change out what's inside, I can easily do that. Okay, and I want these in about an inch. I'm just going to lay down my ruler so I kind of know where to start. And then I'm just going to take my hot glue and go ahead and put it down. And you do want to be careful because the glue does come through the ribbon. I really like this tool. You can find it at the Dollar Tree in the kitchen section. It's by Betty Crocker. It's their scraper spatula. It's 100% silicone and it works very well when you're hot gluing. If glue does get on it, all you have to do is wipe through when it's dry and it comes right off. But it works really well when you're hot gluing so you do not burn yourself. So you might want to pick one of those up if you don't have anything that you use. And just keep the ribbon nice and straight as you glue it down on the back. As you can see, it comes out, but then it just comes right off. No problem. Nice tool. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue this onto the other side, and I'm going to get the rest of them glued on, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, I got all of them together, glued down, and I also hung a hanger. I just used some of the jute cord. I went ahead and measured across and cut the length, and then I went ahead and knotted on both ends, glued those down, and then put a little piece of ribbon over the top to make sure that that stays nice and secure and does not come apart. And there you go. I think this is so cute. Grind, brew, and enjoy. Well, I hope you liked this craft. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do upload new content several times a week. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to see you. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you next time.